are more developments to come. Now, Shri Murugha is meeting with various pontiffs and leaders at the Mutt, and clearly after these complaints, there must be an atmosphere of anxiety and uncertainty at this very, very famous Mutt in the state of Karnataka. Harish continues to be with us on the broadcast. Harish, for the viewers who don't know, tell us about how crucial or influential this Mutt really is. And the seer, who's at the heart of the controversy, tell us more about his influence, his political connections, because that's the bone of contention. That's why perhaps the police has not been able to take the kind of action that they actually should have in the first place.
Well, it's a very influential Mutt, and look at the kind of visitors that it has. Earlier in the month, you had Rahul Gandhi visiting this Mutt, getting Linga Dikshe. We've had Mohan Bhagwat visiting this Mutt. We've had Amit Shah meeting the seer at multiple points earlier. Just yesterday, we've had B.S. Yediyurappa, the former Chief Minister, giving a clean sheet to him. Remember, the preliminary probe report is not yet out. We've had the former Chief Minister giving a clean sheet to the Murugha seer, saying that I don't think he would have done anything of this sort. He will come clean. And we've had opposition parties not trying to corner the government on its lapses in ensuring that law and order is followed here. The law is followed here more, and the victims are given justice. That hasn't happened. And that's the kind of influence that this Mutt wields in this area, and especially in central Karnataka. Has several branches, has several educational institutions, has a huge devotee base. And in an election year, none of these parties are willing to stand by these victims and lose votes. And that's one of the reasons why you are seeing some of these very guarded, rehearsed answers coming across political spectrum today.
Harish, let's also give a little bit of focus to the victim's story. What she has said in her complaint so far, in her statement so far, any word that you've been able to gather from the victim's family?
Well, remember some serious charges being made in that complaint. One of the victims says that she was harassed for a good 3.5 years. She was assaulted. The other one says that she's been assaulted for 1.5 years. There are others in the administration of this Mutt who were aware of it, whether it's the junior pontiff of this Mutt, the administrator and the leadership over there, the hostel warden, all of them being now named in this FIR. But they haven't got any justice. They had to register this complaint in Mysuru, which now has been transferred to Chitradurga police, under whose jurisdiction this crime took place and where this Murugha Mutt is. And they are sticking to their stance. They have been subjected to a medical test yesterday. And there is immense pressure on them, their family, people who are backing these girls, from politicians to various other Mutts to other influential personalities in the society. But we've seen them being strong and sticking by their statement. How long can they do it? Now the fact that this is out in the open and there's pressure from every corner, will they also be able to take this entire ordeal of going through the entire legal process now, even as they see their accused not being even questioned or asked to appear before the police? So these are issues that one will have to consider when we are talking about a victim, and the kind of behavior that the Chitradurga police and the Karnataka police largely have shown doesn't really give them any confidence.
Doesn't really give them any confidence, and it's very difficult for victims of sexual harassment to come forward and report it, especially when they don't come from very powerful financial or social backgrounds. And if there is political subterfuge which is given to any kind of accused, it only sends a very, very wrong message to the society at large. This is not a statement on anybody's guilt or any kind of acquittal, but simply a process of law that should have been followed once a complaint has been registered under POCSO. We'll continue tracking this story and much more on the other side of a quick break. Stay tuned.